If you're watching this, you already sense something's off with her. And here's the truth from a woman's perspective. We check out emotionally weeks before we ever tell you. There are 5 specific things women do when we're losing interest, and most men completely miss them until it's too late. I'm going to show you exactly what to look for and what to do about it before she's already gone. So pay attention, because this could save you weeks of confusion or heartbreak. Here's what you need to understand. When women start to lose interest, we don't announce it. We don't sit you down and say, "Hey, I'm starting to feel differently." No. We pull back slowly, quietly, in ways that most men completely miss until we're already mentally out the door. I'm going to be completely honest with you from a woman's perspective. I've done this. I've seen my friends do it. And these signs show up weeks, sometimes months, before we actually ghost you or end things. That's why catching them early is so critical. If you spot these signs at stage 1 or 2, you might be able to turn it around. By stage 4 or 5, she's already made her decision emotionally, even if she hasn't said it out loud yet. I'm breaking down 5 clear signs, from the most subtle to the most serious. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you stand and what to do about it. These aren't just normal mood swings or busy periods. Each sign builds on the last. And if you see 3 or more of these happening at the same time, you need to act immediately. I'll explain the psychology behind each one so you understand why it happens and what's really going on in her mind. Let's start with the earliest warning sign that most men completely ignore. The first sign is subtle but deadly accurate. Her texting energy completely changes. I'm not talking about texting less. I'm talking about the quality and tone shifting in a way that's impossible to miss once you know what to look for. Here's why this matters. Texting is the easiest place for a woman to start pulling back without confrontation. We can control our words, delay responses, and create distance while pretending everything is fine in person. When interest fades, texting effort drops first. Think about the shift. Before, she was sending paragraphs, asking about your day, using emojis, responding within minutes. Her messages had energy. You could feel her interest through the screen. Now, one-word replies, "K, lol. Yeah." Hours or a full day to respond. No follow-up questions. No effort to keep the conversation going. You're doing all the work. Here's a real scenario. She used to text, "Good morning, baby. How did you sleep? I dreamed about our trip this weekend." Now, 8 hours later, "Hey." That's it. He's confused. Is she busy? Stressed? Here's the reality. Busy people still show enthusiasm with those they care about. A woman who's genuinely interested makes you feel it, even in quick texts. "Crazy day, but thinking of you." The energy is there, just compressed. When interest is fading, the energy is gone. And here's the tell. Check her social media. Is she active? Posting stories, commenting on friends' posts. If she's got energy for everyone else but not you, that's not about being busy. That's about priority. And you're not it anymore. What does this mean? This isn't a test. This is emotional withdrawal beginning. She's creating psychological distance before physical distance. Here's what you don't do. Don't panic text. Don't send "Why are you being distant?" Don't write paragraphs trying to re-engage her when she's giving you nothing back. Here's what you do instead. Pull back your texting frequency. When you do text, keep your energy normal, not desperate. Create opportunities to connect in person where the vibe is harder to fake. The principle is simple. Your attention should mirror her investment, not exceed it. Let her feel the shift. Let her notice you're not chasing anymore. But texting is just the surface. Sign number 2 goes deeper. It's about emotional access. And when a woman cuts that off, you're in serious trouble. Sign number 2. When a woman stops letting you into her inner world, she's already building walls. And this isn't just small talk reduction. This is emotional and personal withdrawal. It's about vulnerability access. Here's the psychology behind it. Women share vulnerabilities with men we trust and value. We talk about our problems, our fears, our dreams, our insecurities with people who matter to us. It requires real investment, emotional energy, and trust. When that interest starts to fade, we instinctively protect our emotional space. We shut down. We close off. What's happening in her mind is straightforward. I don't want him in my emotional life anymore. Sharing problems or dreams requires an investment she's no longer willing to make. And here's what you need to understand from a woman's perspective. This is where we start preparing to leave, even if we haven't fully admitted it to ourselves yet. Here's what it looks like. She stops venting about her day, work, stress, friend drama. No more deep conversations about future plans or fears. Everything becomes surface level. Fine. Good. Nothing much. She's handling her problems alone or talking to friends instead of you. The vulnerability gap gets wider. She's open with others but closed with you. Here's a real example. She used to call you after bad days needing to vent. Maybe her boss said something that hurt her feelings. Or she had a fight with her mom. You were her person. Now, I'm fine. Subject change. Complete shutdown. You think maybe she's handling stress better or becoming more independent. Here's the reality. She's handling it without you. Deliberately. Her best friend knows everything. Her coworkers know you know nothing. That's not independence. That's exclusion. And it's intentional. What does this mean psychologically? Emotional intimacy is the first thing women withdraw when we're losing interest. We emotionally detach before we physically leave. This emotional distance creates a buffer that makes the eventual breakup easier for us to handle. By the time she actually ends it, she's been emotionally gone for weeks, sometimes months. This sign means she's deep in the detachment phase, preparing herself mentally for the end. Here's what you don't do. Don't force deep conversations. Don't interrogate her feelings or push for explanations. Don't demand she open up to you. That pressure pushes her further away and confirms her decision to shut you out. Here's what you do. Notice the pattern without reacting emotionally. Create safe space without applying pressure. But here's the hard truth you need to accept. Focus on being emotionally grounded yourself. Don't make her emotional state your responsibility or your mission to fix. If she's choosing to exclude you from her inner world, you can't force your way back in. That door closes from her side. The withdrawal is deliberate. And as she pulls back emotionally, sign 3 shows up in how she manages her time with you. Sign number 3. When a woman starts getting mysteriously busy, she's not actually busier. She's creating distance on purpose. And here's the key shift. Specific availability becomes vague unavailability. Here's the psychology behind it. Time equals investment. Women make time for what matters to them. We rearrange schedules, cancel other plans, and prioritize the people we actually care about. But when interest fades, busy becomes the socially acceptable way to create space without confrontation. It's avoidance wrapped in a polite excuse. What's really happening in her mind? She's reducing exposure to you to avoid the guilt or the difficult conversation she's not ready to have. It's easier to be busy than to be honest about fading feelings. Here's what it looks like in action. Before, she was saying things like, "I'm free Friday," or "let me check my schedule and get back to you." Clear, specific, engaged. Now, I'm so busy lately. I'll let you know. Maybe next week. Everything is vague. And here's the pattern. Last-minute cancellations with weak excuses. Work is crazy. Family stuff. She's exhausted. And when she does cancel, there's no effort to reschedule. No, how about next Tuesday instead? But here's the real tell. Check what else she's doing. Is she posting on social media? Out with friends? Active in group chats? If she's got energy and availability for everyone else but suddenly has none for you, that's not about her schedule. That's about her priorities. And you're not one anymore. Let me be honest with you. I did this to a guy once. I wasn't actually busier. My schedule hadn't changed. I just didn't want to hang out with him anymore. Every time he'd ask to see me, I'd feel this resistance, this dread almost. So I'd say I was tired, or work was overwhelming, or I had family obligations. The truth. I knew if I saw him, I'd have to address my fading feelings. It was easier to avoid him and hope he'd eventually get the hint and stop asking. And that's exactly what happened. What does this mean? This is passive rejection. She wants you to take the hint so she doesn't have to end it directly. She's hoping you'll fade away. Save her from the confrontation. Here's what you don't do. Don't keep asking to hang out. Don't accept vague excuses. Don't wait around hoping her schedule clears up. Here's what you do instead. Stop initiating plans completely. Focus on your own life. Let her come to you if she wants to see you. And here's the reality check you need. If she wanted to see you, she'd make time. Period. No amount of busyness changes that fact. The withdrawal is clear. And sign 4 shows where her effort dies completely. Sign number 4. When all the relationship effort falls on you, she's already checked out mentally. And this is where it gets painfully clear. You're the only one trying. Here's the psychology. Women pursue men we're excited about. We initiate contact. We plan dates. We think about the relationship and make it happen. When that interest fades, initiative vanishes completely. Why would we put in effort for something we don't even want anymore? What's happening in her mind is brutal but simple. The relationship is background noise. She's not thinking about you. She's not planning around you. You've become optional, and optional things don't get effort. Here's what it looks like. You initiate every single text, call Bature in, and plan. She responds, sure. But she never starts conversations, never suggests activities, never thinks about what you could do together. The passenger mentality sets in. She's along for the ride but not steering, not navigating, not even looking at the map. Watch the pattern develop. Week 1, she initiates 50% of contact. Week 2, maybe 25%. Week 3, 0. She only responds now. And here's the test most guys eventually try. You stop reaching out to see if she'll notice. Day 1, Day 2, nothing. Day 3, 4, 5, is still nothing. Day 7, maybe she sends something generic. Low effort. No acknowledgement of the gap. No, hey, haven't heard from you. Here's the reality. She only noticed because your attention stopped, not because she actually missed you. That text wasn't "I miss you." It was, "Where did my validation go?" What does this mean? She's keeping you around as an option, not a priority. 0 initiative equals 0 investment. And 0 investment equals 0 real interest. You're in the backup plan zone. She'll engage if you push, but she won't pursue. Ever. Here's the hard truth most men don't want to hear. A woman who wants you will make it obvious through her actions. She'll reach out. She'll plan. She'll show effort. If she's not doing any of that, she's not excited about you. You should never be the only one putting in work. That's not a relationship. That's a one-sided situation that's slowly dying. Here's what you don't do. Don't keep chasing. Don't make excuses for her lack of effort. Don't confront her asking why she never initiates. Here's what you do. Match her energy exactly. Stop all pursuit. Redirect your attention to yourself and other areas of your life. And here's the power move. Let the silence speak. If she cares, she'll reach out. If she doesn't, you have your answer without needing to hear it. But the most serious sign, the one that confirms she's mentally done, is sign 5. Sign number 5. The final and most telling sign. She's physically present but emotionally absent. Her body is there. Her heart is completely gone. And this is the point of no return. Here's the psychology you need to understand. Women emotionally end relationships before we physically end them. We process the breakup internally, detach ourselves mentally, and by the time we actually say the words, we've already been gone for weeks. This sign means she's in the final stage. The mental breakup is complete. She's just waiting for the right moment to make it official. Here's what it looks like when you're together. Minimal eye contact. She doesn't laugh at your jokes anymore. She's on her phone constantly, scrolling, texting, anything to avoid engaging with you. No physical affection. She pulls away from touch. Kisses feel obligatory, forced. Conversations stay surface level, even face to face. And here's the brutal part. She seems relieved when you leave, not sad. She's counting minutes until it's over. Compare it to before. She used to look at you with genuine interest, playful energy, real laughs. She'd initiate touch, lean into you, kiss you, like she meant it. Now, she's turned away, arms crossed, minimal engagement. It's like sitting across from a stranger who's tolerating your presence. Let me be completely honest with you. I've been that woman. Sitting across from a guy at dinner, feeling absolutely nothing. He's trying so hard, making conversation, telling stories. And I just want to go home. The guilt is there, sure. But the connection is dead. I'm already gone mentally. I've already imagined my life without him. I'm just stuck in this moment, waiting for it to end so I can figure out how to actually end it. That's what's happening when you see this sign. She's not depressed. She's not stressed about work or family. She's emotionally done with you specifically. And the worst part, she's staying out of guilt, convenience, or fear of confrontation. Not love. Not interest, just obligation. What does this mean? The relationship is functionally over, even if it's not officially over. Her mind is already planning life without you. She's processed the breakup. You just don't know it yet. Here's what you don't do. Don't beg for explanation. Don't try to force connection or pretend it's fine. Here's what you do. Address it directly with strength. I notice you're distant. If you're done, be honest. I deserve that. Be prepared to walk away with dignity. Because here's the brutal truth. This sign usually means it's already over. Protect yourself emotionally. Start preparing yourself for the end. If you've recognized multiple signs, here's exactly what you need to do right now. If you've recognized multiple signs, here's what you need to do right now. And I'm going to be straight with you. Seeing these signs doesn't automatically mean it's over, but it means you need to act strategically, not emotionally. First, stop all pursuit immediately. This is the most critical move. Chasing a woman who's pulling away pushes her further. No more initiating. No more what's wrong, Conversations. No more trying to fix it through effort. Remove the pressure completely. Second, shift your focus to yourself. Your attention needs to go to your life, not her behavior. Hit the gym. Dive into hobbies. Reconnect with friends. Focus on your career and personal growth. You need to become genuinely engaged in your own world again. Third, mirror her energy exactly. Your investment should match hers, never exceed it. If she's low effort, you're low effort. If she's distant, you're distant. Stop being the only one holding this relationship together. Let her feel what it's like when you're not constantly available. Fourth, prepare yourself mentally for this to end. If she's showing signs 3, 4, or 5, the relationship is likely already over in her mind. Protect your emotional health. Start accepting that possibility now so you're not devastated later. Here's the hard truth. Sometimes if you catch signs 1 or 2 early, the relationship is salvageable. Your pullback can create the space she needs to miss you, to feel your absence, to realize what she's losing. But signs 3 through 5, she's usually too far gone. The mental checkout is too deep. Either way, the answer is the same. Pull back. Focus on yourself. Let her come to you, or let her go. You can't negotiate attraction back into existence. Begging won't work. Explaining won't work. Only space, mystery, and your own growth have a chance. And if it doesn't work, you've already started moving on. Here's what you need to remember about all of this. Women check out emotionally before we check out physically. These 5 signs are how we create distance before the official end. The earlier you catch them, the better your chance of turning it around or protecting yourself from more pain. Don't ignore your gut. If something feels off, these signs will confirm it. Your move isn't to chase harder. It's to step back and let her feel your absence. And if she's truly done, you want to know sooner rather than later, so you can move forward with your life. Remember this: a woman who wants you will make it clear through her actions. If you're seeing 3 or more of these signs, start preparing yourself emotionally. You deserve someone who's all in, not someone who's halfway out the door. I want to hear from you. Have you experienced any of these signs? Which one hit the hardest? Drop your story in the comments. I'll be reading and replying because these conversations matter. Share this with a brother who needs to hear it. From a woman's perspective, these signs don't lie. Trust what you see, not what you hope for. Catching it early gives you power. Ignoring it gives you pain.